Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the news today. In order to support people to make dossiers and administrative procedures quickly and conveniently, the Department of Receiving and Results of People's Committee of Trangbom District has strengthened the reception and return of people's records by post. As a result, although the administrative records are assessed to be many, they are still not slow and tangled, making people very satisfied. Ms. Liu Hee-kin from Kaegao Commune, Trangbom District, went to the District People's Committee to change her driving license. After completing the required procedures, she was directed to the post office counter, which was arranged to register to return the application by post. Thanks to this method, Ms. Kin took the effort to return to the committee to receive the results. Like Ms. Kin, many people now find it convenient to use the service of receiving and returning documents by post because it is a very effective way to shorten time, reduce troubles for people when conducting simple transactions. According to a report from Trangbom District People's Committee, in 2019, the rate of people using the postal receiving and delivering service in the district increased by 161% compared to the years before. In the first 6 months of 2020, this rate continues to increase because the district applies 100% of ID card records to be returned by post. Up to now, the post office has replaced the cadre and civil servants rotating records from grassroots to districts. As a result, the processing time for application is shorter and easier to verify. The General Statistics Office recently released the report that more than 49% of businesses rated the trend of production and businesses to be better, while only 19.4% of businesses forecasted more difficulties. Non-state businesses were not optimistic, with 82.6% of businesses forecasting the business situation in the third quarter was better and stable compared to the second quarter. The ratio of state-owned enterprises and foreign direct investment enterprises is nearly 80% and 76% respectively. Among the main factors affecting the business and production of enterprises in the second quarter, more than 53% of businesses said that the high competitiveness of the domestic goods was the biggest factor affecting production and business activities. More than half of the businesses think that due to low domestic market demand. Foreign Ministers Algeria and Russia on July the 27th called for an end to the fighting in Libya and urged their opponents in the North American nation to return to the negotiating table. Speaking at a joint press conference with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Moscow, Algerian Foreign Minister Sabri Boukadjoum emphasized tanks and cannons cannot be the solution to the Libyan crisis, but instead that is dialogue and negotiation. Foreign Minister Boukadjoum also affirmed that Algeria still played a neutral role with all parties in Libya. For its part, the Russian Foreign Minister has called for immediate ceasefire and suspending all fighting activities in Libya to start a national political dialogue to end the crisis. Libya currently has two parallel governments. On one side is the Libyan National Solidarity Government backed by the United Nations and the Turkish armed groups operating in Tripoli. On the other side are Libyan national self-proclaimed forces that support the government in the east and are supported by the United Arab Emirates, Russia and Egypt. The European Parliament EP said on July the 22nd that it would not be easy to approve the long-term budget agreement by leaders of 27 member states of the European Union, EU, at one of the longest summits in history. Talking to the press, EP Chairman David Sassoli on the one hand welcomed the agreement on the Economic Recovery Fund after the COVID-19, worth €750 billion, agreed by leaders of EU countries after 5 days of negotiation. On the one hand, he said EP wants to reshape the EU's budget plan for the next 7 years with a value of more than €1,000 billion. He said EP wants to correct some of the budget problems as well as consider unreasonable cuts. As a rule, the EP must approve the budget plan and economic recovery fund before the funds are allocated to member economies starting from the beginning to the middle of 2021. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.